Commitment. Commitment is a really interesting topic, and it is interesting for us to think about what commitment means to ourselves. I think that before we can commit to anything, there is a sense of hesitancy and that drawback. And yet, once we commit, we begin. Even if we have to begin, and then begin again, and then begin again. And this has been really interesting for me for the last couple of months, and speaking to the times that we are in and the climate of the world right now with COVID, that I have found a practice for myself in that commitment. And in my life before, these times where I was busy and running around the city to many different studios and to corporate work, I didn't really have that chance to commit to myself. Now, I have committed to myself for my home practice, and in that fulfillment of what's happening right now, life has changed. And in that sense of hesitancy, before we commit to something, we pull back because I think that we align with fear and we are unsure of the long-term outcome. And that long-term outcome doesn't matter. We get so caught up in that forward projection and we get so caught up in the end result. But really, if you ask yourself what the end result is or what the goal at the end is, then you ask yourself, what now? And when we think about it in that way, we want to pull that back and live in the moment each single day as they unfold for us. For me, for you, for all of us. And in that sense of commitment, looking at what that does and the benefits that outweigh so much of everything else that's happening in life. So to commit without hesitancy, to commit to begin anything, is this beautiful practice of self-care, of self-nourishment, of self-love. And what happens in that self-care, self-nourishment, and self-love is that we begin to pay that out to the people that we are in contact with, our friends and our family and our loved ones. And there is this beautiful sense of calm that brings us back to ourselves. It might be yoga. It might be running. It might be cycling. My yoga mat right now lives in my dining room, and it lives on the floor, and it's a permanent fixture, which is wonderful. So it continually reminds me to just hop back on. And in that getting back onto my mat, I come back to that sense of ritual, that sense of practice, and I come back to that commitment. So give it a go. See what that feels like for you. Say yes to committing. Roll out your yoga mat or put on your running shoes and begin. Thanks for listening, and I hope you have a beautiful day wherever you are. Namaste.